All right, everyone. So here we have Aaron Moncur. He's the president of Pipeline Design and Engineering. And Aaron happens to be one of the most proficient and efficient people that I know. He gets so much work done every day. It's like three employees into one. So I came up to Aaron and asked him, Aaron, what do you do to be so efficient with your time? And he shared with me that the key revolves around Airtable, which he's going to show you today, and he's going to show you specific examples as to how he uses this software, Airtable, to make him more efficient use of his time. So here we go. Take it away, Aaron.
All right, well, that's a very kind introduction, Raf. Thank you for that. I've been using Airtable for probably a couple years now, and there is a paid premium version and there's a free version, and I just use the free version, and it's always been adequate for me. So don't feel like you have to go out and pay a lot of money for the premium version. My problem with typical task management applications, and I've used a lot, is that they weren't versatile or modular enough to meet my needs. So I spent some time kind of outlining a workflow that I thought would be versatile enough to meet my needs, and then I looked for a tool that I could use to build it, and Airtable turned out to be that tool. So here you can see the Airtable screen, the interface. I'm not really going to go over I don't know, nomenclature and things like that for Airtable. If you're interested, you can go out and look that up on their website. There are plenty of YouTube tutorials and things like that just to get you acclimated to the interface here. But what I have are 4 different tabs. You can see daily tasks, weekly tasks, backlog tasks, and storage tasks. And I have a very clear set of instructions that I created for myself on how to use all 4 of these tabs. I'm not going to read through all of this, but you can pause the video if you like and take and read through it to understand the instructions that I've created for how to use this.
So Aaron is like a machine. He gives himself instructions.
That's right. Yeah. I don't have a very good memory, truth be told. And I find that if I don't write things down, I forget. Even if they're systems I've created myself, I will forget how to use them if I don't have a clear set of instructions. So I like to write things down. One of the problems that I have seen over and over with myself and with others in terms of productivity is just not having a good way to capture a task. You know, something comes in, your boss asks you to do something, or a team member asks you to do something, or you have a thought late at night about something you need to do, and then you forget about it. It doesn't get written down. It doesn't get captured somewhere, and oftentimes that's because there's not a good system to capture those tasks. So I use the daily tasks here as my method of capturing. Anytime something comes to me that I need to do, I will write it down here in the daily tasks, sometimes in the weekly tasks. And then also Airtable is a web app, so there's a mobile app for it, and you can access it anywhere, which is important because oftentimes, maybe it's 10 o'clock at night, I'm lying in bed getting ready to go to sleep, and a thought occurs to me. I don't want to go, find my laptop and pull it out and open it up and type it in. So I just get my phone and open up the mobile app for Airtable and type it in, and it's really quick and simple and painless. Once I have my tasks in here at the beginning of each day, I go through all these tasks and I think to myself, is this something that I need to do today? Or is this something that can be put off till later this week, or maybe, even further than that? And if it's something that I need to do today, I keep it right here. And throughout the day, I will look at this list and think, okay, what have I completed? Consider monthly pre-mortem. Yeah, we considered that, talked about that with the team. What gift can I send Dan? Yep, I already got that taken
Can I ask
care
you a
of.
question?
Sure.
So for me to be able to follow, so when you ask yourself that question that should I do this today or should I do it later? What was the exact question you asked yourself? Should I push it to do later?
Yeah, should I do it today or later on this
Well,
week?
there's some tasks that they have some gray areas. Like you could do it today, but you could also do it tomorrow if the deadline's in a couple days. So how do you know when to do it?
If it's something I can and should do today, then I keep it here. Otherwise, I move it to weekly tasks.
Okay. And I imagine you were gonna go there afterwards. Okay, understood. Got it.
Yeah. All right. So at the beginning of each week, I sit down and I look at my weekly tasks. What is it? What all is in here? And if there's anything in here that's older than 2 weeks, so I created this on the 28th. Today is the 1st, so 2 weeks before today would be, what would that be? The 16th, maybe 16th or 17th of September. So I'll scroll through here and oh, there's one that's the 17th of September. Technically that's not out of date for me because I say anything older than 2 weeks, I need to move to backlog. Because if it hasn't gotten done in 2 weeks, that probably means it's just not that important or critical of a task. And I think that's one of the really important points with this system that I've come up with here, is that a lot of times we think a task is important, and so we'll write it down, but maybe it's not as important as we thought it is. And to me, the real determining factor between whether a task is truly important to complete or not is whether you actually do it. And if it's sitting here in my task list and I still don't do it, it's probably because there are other things that are more important. And so the less important tasks organically just get filtered from daily to weekly to backlog to storage. And I have different time periods associated with each of these tabs. I just mentioned that anything older than 2 weeks in the weekly table gets moved to backlog. And in backlog, anything older than a month gets moved to storage. In storage, anything older than 6 months just gets deleted, and I never look at it again. And so it's this kind of organic process of moving tasks that didn't get complete. And if they didn't get complete, again, it's probably because they weren't that important. Now, sometimes the task was important and I didn't do it for whatever reason. That's one of the other things I love about this system is it's very versatile. I could look at a task and say, yeah, it didn't get completed. Let's move it to backlog. Or I can say, this task didn't get completed, but there's a very good reason for that, and I still need to get it complete. So I'm just going to change, the due date from the 17th until today. And that kind of resets it within my task list. So anyway, that's kind of a general overview of the way I manage tasks. Smart.
So I wonder how long your storage tab is.
Let's see. It's pretty long.
So all you people here don't matter.
Yeah, pretty much all these tasks.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing about this, like I don't have to come up with some kind of academic filter that tells me, well, this task only has this score, so I probably don't need to worry about it right now. It's a very natural process. If I don't get the task done, and I don't have a really good reason for not getting that task done, I move it down the line, down to backlog, down to storage. By the time it gets to storage, I can be very confident that it just wasn't that important to do. Whenever I move a task from one table to the other, I always reset the date. So I'm going to reset the date to today, and then I highlight the entire thing. Let's see. I guess you can't, it doesn't give you the option to right click. I wanted to right click so people could see what I'm actually doing, but I don't see that option. So I'm just going to select the whole thing, Control X to cut it. You can see 6 cells cut, and then I just go to storage and click anywhere really, and then Control V, put it in there, and that's how I move them. I wish there was an easier way to move them, but I haven't figured out how to do that.